Somebody needs their straw.
I don't know, being worth, almost worth taking up a collection just to watch it.
Yes, I do.
We are waiting for one more board member before we start. He's on his way, stuck by the train.
They do have actually, I don't remember what people are on website.
So it's not a committee.
Okay.
It's something that's already going. These other things are like.
It's a strange world, but it's not an insurance.
No.
Yeah, they're all like,
Is this something that?
history.
It's already-
Well, he said you could reach out to him.
Right.
I showed him, yeah, I did. Like, Robert, if you wanna come up here and say.
No, well, yeah, well.
This is Robert.
I didn't
Robert
think
is
you
one
would,
of
if you
our-
don't know that the brain runs.
That's the children listening from us. Monday is the. So this is Jennifer. This is I. This is Tom, and that's Peter. This is Robert, serves one of our seasonal part-time.
We'll call the August 18th, 2026 meeting of the Henry County Memorial Park Board to order. And if we could have the Pledge of Allegiance, if you'd lead that, Mr. McCall, and you can do a prayer afterward.
Pledge allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic, which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just thank you, Lord, for being with us here tonight and just give us wisdom and guidance, direction. And just thank you for being with all the families that were affected by the recent flood. Peace over our county and peace name. Amen.
I believe everybody's had a chance to look at the meeting minutes from the previous meeting. I think there were some changes. I believe Levi wants to take those back and we're going to review them because we knew a number of errors in there. So we're going to just take those back and review them and bring them back at the next meeting. You should have the superintendent's report. Do you know of anything in there, Liz? Cade couldn't be with us this evening. He was feeling ill this morning and it progressed to get worse through the day. Do you know of anything significant in that?
Just that the guys and Cade have been working very hard, with the recent flooding and a lot of trees down. And, we have power out on the north end of town or on the north end of the park. So they've been working every day to try to fix that as much as possible. I do know that he was calling and talking to Rebecca today about the flooring in the show arena.
And I know that he is having a meeting with a friend of his that works out Summit Lake. And they're going to be doing a playground equipment inspection. That's something that needs to be done every year. So that's taking place on, I believe, next Monday at 9 o'clock. Other than that, I think he's trying to work out some electrical issues that we have. The majority of the park, except for the Smith Building, is without power right now.
Mhm.
We're looking at ways to remedy that. There may be a temporary fix to get the power back up and running. But we're thinking that the long-term cure for some of these problems is burying the lines, actually. But so we're going to look into getting quotes on burying the lines that have the most exposure. I would entertain a motion to approve the superintendents as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made by Levi. Do I have a second?
I second.
Second by September, motion passes. Liz, do you have a collections report and anything from you?
Yes, I have all of the above. So you'll see a reservation sheet in your packet. And I did it this way for Terrell McCall because this, at the end of the year, will give me a better idea of which shelters were rented the most. So I did it this way. But we took in $1,300 cash payments and $2,870 in credit card payments for the month of July. All of the folders right there with all of the claims that were submitted. There's also a spreadsheet that says July 2026 up at the top, and those were from Claim Tracker. Those are all the ones that have been submitted. The receipts, these were from the cash payments that were taken in-house. And then there is a stack of like 3 or 4 that is stapled together. This is from PayGov. These are all the credit card payments that were taken out.
I think the bills were sent out to everybody earlier. Have everybody had a chance to look over the bills? Do we have a motion?
Here,
Make a motion to accept claims.
Motion's been made to accept the claims as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. That everything you have, Liz?
I'm sorry.
You got anything else?
I have my secretary's report. I'm still trying to recover from vacation and this past weekend and all the things. So I did this a while ago. The only other thing that is fairly new, everything has been paid from the 4th of July, except for the last payment to Webb's. I just got that invoice yesterday. So everything is current. I also got the, Terry was the only one that didn't see them, was the little placards from, Action Trophy. Sheldon has them if you'd like to see them. And they look very, very nice. So, my collaboration with Sheldon is continuing. We've changed some things for Fall Fest and Kate is putting that together. So I created a new flyer for that. And we about died for 4th of July, didn't we? Yeah. 4th of July was fabulous. It was a long, hot day, and then we ended the night with a downpour. So I'm pretty sure there was steam coming off my head, but at the end of the night, but that was fun. With the merging of our budgets from the 1117 and the 1179, I created a new spreadsheet moving forward, so everything's all in one spot. And I was the interim superintendent while Cabe went on his little vacation.
That's a scary time.
So,
Was a scary time.
I don't know, Robert, was it scary?
No, it was good.
Okay, it was good. See? I bribed him with candy, so.
Okay, volunteer group reports. Friends of the Park, I guess we're going to talk to Sheldon if you have anything. Well, go ahead.
Put together as-built for the lighting project. And I had 2 copies made. Angie, who's the GIS gal, made those up for me. Clint with Mid-States put his lines on there. And then we added a few notes, which Liz started a file on this. So everything about that project should be in the file. I wanted to make sure every pole, it says on there, is grounded with a copper wire and a copper ground rod. And that's a safety issue in case something happens. We took all kinds of, and each pole is fused. So we think we've covered our bases for that. Also on the additional remote, I just found out before I came that it's finally arrived. And he's gonna bring it to my house and I'll make sure Liz or somebody gets it. So took a while. I'm glad we didn't need it right away. But that's here also. Another thing I'd like to kind of throw out here at the park board, I talked with Tom a little bit about this, but the south road along the big pond, it needs to be one way. If we make it one way, because down at toward 3, there's just a cluster. You don't even know where the road starts and stops. Needs striped. If we go one way, then we could put more parking along that road. I'm having it put together for your review and hopefully your input, but Angie's been pretty busy doing some flood stuff, so she didn't get that done, I don't think, but.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That road that you're talking of, is that the one along the pond here next to 100?
Where the guardrail is.
Okay. Right there.
It's outside of the big pond.
Okay, thank you.
So what I'm saying is from 3 on past the Smith building, we need to have the county road stripe, so you know where that road is. And then we can make the other one way, like an 8-foot walkway, no parking along there. They can park on the other side. People can walk. I was playing with it a little bit. I'm not a traffic engineer by any means. But by putting 30-degree parking in there, we probably can make it so they could maneuver around and have a few more spots to park in. And of course, there's other existing areas that'll eventually be striped and stuff, but we're kind of holding up on things. If we can get some paving done, that'd be wonderful. But I don't know if that's feasible or not, but so I have enough money in my fund, shouldn't say that, but for the lighting fund that we created to pay for striping and probably some bollards and the other thing is the lights that'll be put back on the bridge, the existing concrete bridge. Jim was, I think they're about done. He had to have new bases made for him, and one of them was cracked and had to be, and it's cast, so it wasn't easy to fix. But, and I don't know how much that is yet, but hopefully I have enough money to help him pay for that. And I think that's about, so you saw the plaque. I'll try to figure out who can put those on each pole. And so that kind of takes care of our lighting project, I think, to this point. And going to the next phase, striping, walkway, and all that good stuff. Is there any questions about I want you to just keep those drawings and put them in your as-built. Any questions about them?
I know I talked to Terry. It's probably been almost 2 years now when I talked about maybe that road and turning that into one way. That it is not a county road, so that's our road. It shouldn't be a problem. It's a pretty dumb intersection anyway. It's amazing there haven't been more accidents there. A lot of close ones, a lot of squealing tires going on down at that intersection sometimes.
There's plenty of room for the
Yeah,
the entrance.
there's plenty of
Smith
room.
Building
And we,
back, it's huge. I mean, you can turn trucks in there if
Yeah.
you want to,
and we probably would have
but
been asking to proceed with that project now, except there may be an opportunity for paving in all or part of the park. I don't know when we might hear on that. The recent
go ahead.
issues of the last week could change the economic situation a little bit. So
Sure.
we just don't know at this point. Otherwise, we'd be proceeding with doing something about that now.
But I want to make sure you understand what I'm trying to do, like the striping. We'll get a preliminary one to let the park board look at and make your comments or what your input, of course, but you got to start with something to work from, and that's what I'm trying to do. And the other part on the north side, that's a little different there. We need to, I thought I could use an overhead view, but there's so many trees and stuff, I can't really see the lines enough to figure some stuff out. So we may have to go out there and measure it or do something drastic like measuring it. That's all I have. Anything else?
Good.
Okay.
For Liz, maybe, or maybe it'd be a Kate question too, but would you foresee any kind of issues if we made that a one-way for any events that it could cause?
I think that would be a Cade question.
Okay,
'Cause is that where the stop sign is, right there by the sign?
this one right along
Mhm.
here.
Yeah, that would be a Cade question.
Okay. So I imagine that would be a good idea, but I just wasn't sure if it
Yeah,
would
no,
conflict with fence.
Cade's aware of that plan.
Okay,
So
it's a good idea.
we think it would certainly help the flow, and you wouldn't be mixing two-way traffic with pedestrian traffic. Had it been thought out a little bit better, it would have probably been better to move that guardrail about 10 feet further south and put the walkway on the other side and be done with
Would
that.
help out for the 4th of July, make that
Yeah.
like a drop-off area.
Didn't think that far ahead, so
Keep 'em
next time.
going.
Anybody want to speak about removing invasive species? If not, Chris, I believe, has a report on the disc golf course opening.
Hello, Chris Carroll, Muncie Area Disc Golf Club. The 9th, we had a really great, I'm gonna call it a soft opening, because I'm gonna have a big grand opening thing once every little thing is done as well. But the course is open. We had 65 people come, which was great considering it was about a 9-day heads up on when we were having signups. I think that equated to like, it was like 1,000 holes of disc golf played. There was something like 160 miles of hiking achieved that day, just in general playing the course. A lot of really great feedback in terms of what we can do to improve it going forward, as far as safety and as just improving the course in general and what we do and don't need, which is kind of why I wanted it open, because, you know, more eyes the better. Our itinerary is a little, you know, with last week is a little pushed back. Like the guy I had building bridges is delayed. He does landscaping, so he's extra behind. So it's just a couple small things like that are just pushed back. Like some of the erosion control, especially on the tee pads, is going to be delayed a little bit. The bridges are delayed a little bit, but that's just out of our control type stuff. Any questions in regards to the opening? I just want to say thank you to Tom for coming out and seeing it. Had a great time.
I wasn't.
It appeared to be pretty well organized. Things just seemed to happen on schedule, and heard a lot of good feedback from people. I went to half the holes and talked to people playing the course and walked through the course before and after, and had been out there since. Was out there today battling mosquitoes.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. And I've explained to all my guys, like, hey, they don't even have power up there, so let's give everybody some grace on when things will and won't get done. So there was a couple guys who are local who didn't quite maybe attend meetings or something they were asking, so I just kind of filled them in, like, hey, yeah, they are gonna help us out with the big trees, but they'll have to get power back first before anything happens, so.
Well, and right
But
now,
everybody's more than,
it's too wet to even do any of the trees.
100%.
Because we can't get, they've been cutting trees yesterday and today.
Yep.
But can't even get to them.
yeah.
Trees are laying there ready to leave, but
Oh, no, you'd destroy the grass if you even tried to get to them right now. So, yeah, everybody totally understands. I was just kind of filling them all in, like, and there's kind of more important things than disc golf right now.
when's your next, do you have another event coming up?
Yeah, we do want to have another event this fall. I have to get a date specifically figured out. I don't want it to overlap with other disc golf things in surrounding counties, but that's when I want to have like the actual grand opening, when like signs are done and everything's pretty much completed. So, but like a lot of great feedback so far. Like the average course in Indiana is like 3.8 stars and we're at like 4.4 right now. So pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with it.
So you had a soft opening on the 9th.
Mhm.
What kind of numbers have you had since then? Are you getting a
That's
recurring daily?
I don't get a daily, I get a monthly.
Oh,
So
do
I
you?
haven't had one yet. I'll have one for you guys next
Gotcha.
time, just to
Okay.
let you know. And it's gonna be a little wonky because, I mean, heck, I had 3 road closures just to get here today, so
Yeah.
travel's a little.
There were a few
expensive for the
people
week.
out there
Okay.
today.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of, like I said, a lot of good feedback on people playing it right now. So my immediate thing is to come in next week and give you guys a map to hand out. So if anybody comes by, you can say, hey, here. So
Yeah, email it to me. I'll
absolutely.
print them off,
Cool,
put them up in the office.
cool. Thank you.
Sound good.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So at the moment, is it just the temporary signs that are up at?
It is temporary signs right now. They're okay, but the sun's gonna it's printer paper that's like laminated, so that's not gonna last more than a couple weeks. But we're working on the like nice aluminum signs, actually very similar to what she has here in the back. Little bigger, and then the memorial signs will be the same size underneath them, and they'll go on the posts as well. And it's not the posts that are there now. They'll be much sturdier than they are. So, yeah, that's next on the itinerary, but I wanted to have people play it so I get feedback. I didn't want to open it with signs and then go, oh, well, that was dumb. I need to go change 2 of these signs because I missed a ruling or something. So it's better to do the temporary right up front. But everybody, like all the signs have like, hey, watch out for hikers where it applies and where the out of bounds are and all that good stuff. So everything's there, and in the app that everybody uses to keep score also has all of that information, which is kind of how people find the place.
Down on
So-
it myself.
Yeah, perfect.
Get out.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Veterans Museum?
We canceled the annual meeting because of the flood. I mean, the museum was a lot better than my house. So it's going to be on September the 10th, like before, 5 o'clock is social time, and then 5:30 is when we're going to eat. That's all that we have right now.
Is that
Listen.
open to board then, or is that public?
Well, you can, and it's not to the public, but if you're on the board, you can come.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Uh-huh.
I see no old business on the agenda. Does any board member have any old business that we're missing? And I see no new business on the agenda. Does any board member have new business they wish to discuss?
Just one little thing. I sent an email to you guys about new reservation system that we're looking into moving into. Think at this point, we pretty much just have a payment system that we have to hook up so people can actually pay online, but I think Kate was looking into if we need to do anything with the county for that, but
So does that hook up to PayGov? That all
Maybe.
the other,
that's kind of what we're looking into as well,
Okay,
how it's gonna be
But-
paid.
talk to me, Smalls, because I've gotten like about this much info on that. So, because right now I'm using the computer to do the reservations and then PayGov. What's different about that? Like, is this going to be something where they can do it online themselves?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, we don't pay anything for PayGov.
okay.
The county does, but the departments don't.
Right.
Yeah, I believe so we're going through a Google account, workspace. And they have a system where you can do reservations on there. And I believe it's $12 a month or right around there.
Yeah, that's what we just paid,
Okay.
the $12.
So we have it all set up and there's a landing page that people go on with pictures of each of the shelter houses and all the reservational buildings. And what's that?
It's real nice, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. There was a little issue with some of the pictures that I need to switch over today, but outside of that, it's pretty much just the payment. We have to figure out a way that people can actually pay that and then we can make it public. But yes, yeah. So everyone is going to be public. People will be able to get on there and reserve their spots, see when slots are available or not, and then they can click to reserve.
Okay.
And
So I guess my next question would be, would I be getting an email or something that says you have a new reservation?
yes, yeah. So you
Okay.
guys will be getting emails whenever that happens. And then there'll be a back end section that you guys can see all the schedules and whenever someone reserves. And then as well as if for some reason you guys need to block out a day or have an event going on yourself at the Smith Building, you can do that easily through that.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll be coming in, once we get the payment stuff figured out, I'll be coming in and kind of going through all that with you. And so you're comfortable with it?
Yay.
It does look nice.
Thank you.
It ought to be pretty neat. So we'll have to figure out how the pay is going to work. You'll have to get with Debbie and talk with her about, there was some issues in the past of money going places that it should not have gone in ways that it shouldn't have gone. So make sure that's straight. And maybe they will process through PayGov. You might.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. I have the contact name for PayGov.
Yep.
So you can get with, I think his name, Michael is his name.
Sounds good. Yeah, I can talk with you on that then.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we'll want to see if you pay through them, any contracts, anything that describes what they might collect, that has to be reviewed by Joel.
Okay.
And has to be reviewed by everybody to know what, because we have credit card processors in general. Lots of times there's little hidden expenses that you miss when you hear the initial fee, and sometimes there's something hidden there.
Sure.
Not that you wouldn't have caught it, but
Yeah.
you just got to watch all of them.
Absolutely. All right, thank you.
If Nobody else has anything?
A few others. Just follow up on superintendent's report. I know we've got Red Tail back here, right? Red Tail folks. Evidently, there was a meeting with, since Cade's not here to speak to it. He said there's a note in here. Second bullet must have had some priority being at the top of the list. That he had met with both Chris and Red Tail regarding this call. Okay.
On the phone. And then I know his next step, he wanted to talk.
Yeah, we traded some,
Understand everyone's perspective.
yeah, we traded some emails.
I know you guys are dealing with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think in his mind, I think that's the next step. Just understand everyone's perspective, but in terms of the immediate thing that Kate had asked to help with, it wasn't something that. Which is, it sounds like.
I just thought it was in there and you guys were here, so I thought
Thank you.
worth bringing that up as a topic. The other thing, I think Cade was postured to talk about a lease on the baseball diamonds. I've been told that he actually has a copy of a lease that he wanted the board to review.
I don't know if the leads have been completed. That had been under discussion. I believe it was being presented to Joel to review.
Okay.
People had reached out to us, the previous people that had been there, have not renewed their agreement and aren't there anymore. So the new people that want to come in and they're already in town, they just need more space and they want to put some skin in the game and
Yeah.
redo the field and some things like that. I haven't heard further. Cade was working on that in conjunction with Joel. I haven't seen the lease yet.
It's my understanding that the original group did do some extensive work on the north of the two diamonds earlier this year. Had some kind of an event, but that's a one-time type thing.
Yes,
So,
yeah,
okay.
and they want a longer term. I
Yeah.
believe they were talking about a 5-year
Sure.
commitment.
Yeah, I know they're wanting to get in and do some significant work on both.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The only other thing I was gonna bring up is I know, talked to Duke Ham yesterday. He said that relative to the Expo 4-H facilities, there's bid opens tomorrow for water and something else. during the commissioners' meeting.
Water and sewer and a bid on renovation of the interior of the building, 2 separate bids.
Okay,
I believe they put both of them back on for the same schedule.
okay. He's tracking tomorrow at 11, so I don't know if we'll have anybody. Will you be attending the commissioners' meeting tomorrow?
That was my plan, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
here, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has any idea what those bids are going to look like. We don't know if they're going to come in under, real close, or be way over.
And this is, when you talk about water sewer, that's the one associated with the READY
Yes.
grant.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
carrying water and sewer all the way up to the facility.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I have.
Anybody else? I will,
We had already passed our reports for each student. I don't know if these are specifically on to the report, but I just wanted to connect those dots. Because I know you were. Is that enough?
is it regarding HC RIPS?
HC groups action, but it's more of that involving with this call.
We've made a decision on where we're going with that. We'd be glad to accept any information you want to give us and to put in our file, but we're not going to have any more public input on it until such time as we open it up for modifications.
Did an inspection. She'd like to put on.
3 or 4 minutes?
It's up to the board.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you, appreciate it. We're here for a conciliatory conversation with you after last month's meeting, and just wanted to let you know.
I know who you are, but for anybody that might be watching,
Okay, my name is Alan McCrane, and I'm a member of HC RIPS.
And thank you very much. Of course, we had difficulty finding you. But I remembered the back road in. I used to work over at the prison, so we found you. I'm sorry that we're late. We just wanted to make 2 or 3 points. And the first is that we do intend to continue to be the voice for the forest in the matter of the disc golf course in a very conciliatory manner, please. HC RIPS members have made numerous contacts with agency and governmental sources around the state regarding how to protect these forests from the seriously threatened disc golf course, especially 2 holes, number 5 and number 6. We've also explored many internet sources offering advice, counsel, and more. We've contacted existing golf courses to glean thoughts and counsel. We're eager to partner with the park board to protect what we have been given stewardship over. 2 major concerns with park settings with disc golf courses is the cost and the upkeep, the continued upkeep on those courses. Damage to trees leads to needing to replace them. Courses are labor intensive and expensive to maintain. Maybe you know all of this. And let's not forget the public. You had your soft opening and congratulations. It sounded very successful. But we did hear this comment. John Van, who would have been here with us but absent out of town, had a friend who said, yeah, we were there with our family reunion, 100 people, and we saw the disc players going by. And he said, I'll tell you this, if one of those hits one of us, one of those discs, we're going to sue. You know, that's 100 of our local people that were there that day. And that was his response, his reaction. Number 2, so we intend to continue to advocate on the behalf of the forest, and that's point number 1. Number 2, although the course has already been open for public use, we remain firm about holes 5 and 6. And for us, there's just no room for compromise. From research that we've done, it becomes necessary at courses to change holes from time to time. All of them commented that that's something that's necessary as time goes by. So it's not too late. From that kind of searching and research that we've done, they change holes, they change tees, they change greens often because of unforeseen problems with location. The board should not feel that this course is established now once and forever. There may be necessities to change some of those holes. And so that's why we want to continue to be an advocate for the forest and to try to work with you the best that we can, if we can make this best for everybody. We request opportunity for a time in the future when we could come and make a presentation to you on those 2 holes. We have a couple of members, Dr. Helen Stussy, John Van, Kevin Tungsfist, who is the ecological expert, who would like to speak to you about the particular concern of those 2 holes, number 5 and number 6, for future consideration. We've also talked with Hoosier Environmental Council, Department of Natural Resources, State Historical Preservation Agency. We hear sympathizing sentiments from officials that we've contacted. Unfortunately, none of them had any kind of jurisdiction before the course was opened concerning any environmental plans. Number 3, we remember in the presentation by those that are managing the course, they were intending to have signage and ropes and restricted areas and lots of ways in which the forest would be protected. And it's not there now. I've been out there numerous times in the last month, and I see a little bit once in a while here and there. But people are taking off any direction they want to go, and it's obvious. You can see where they're taking their own path, directing their own path. I remember when I was in college, the way they figured out where to put sidewalks was to see where the students walked. And the student is going to cut across. They're not going to go like this and like this and like this. They're going to cut across like this. So that's where you put the walk. So that's kind of what they're doing. and it's already obvious. So we would like to know what those plans were and when they plan to put up those signs. So the damage that has already been done, it's already started, especially with this last rain. You can see where it was washed out, where there's going to be erosion. Maybe there can be some changes. Last of all, I want to apologize for myself. Last time we were here, after the meeting was over, I became quite agitated, and outside I caused a little bit of disturbance. That's not characteristic of me. Some of you have known me for a long time, and you've never seen me. You've never seen me. I felt,
A little bit of that, so, you know, it's all water under the bridge. We got a lot of water.
I felt intensely offended by what was said about Dr. Helen Stussy. That's what that was all about. And I don't think that the folks from Delaware County know Helen Stussy like all of us do. And I thought there were some things that were said that were unfortunate and unneeded. And I kind of blew up a little bit, got loud, and that doesn't accomplish anything. So as I say, we'd like to work in a conciliatory fashion and see what we can do, particularly directing our attention to those two holes, number 5 and number 6. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alan. I'll speak on behalf of the board. They can each speak about their own feelings, but I think we all want to make this work for the most people possible. And I think we all know that things might change, and we're not going to let it get so far that we can't keep it from getting worse. We're not going to make an effort to rebuild the thing after it's broken. We're going to try to keep it from breaking. So that's what we're going to try to do. And Chris has told us that he's behind on getting stuff done, and he knows that we're watching, and he knows that he needs to get out there and get it done. He's been the last week. I think we all know why he didn't get anything done the last week, but he said so, and we're going to hold him to it. If not, we'll close it. That's not a problem. So we're not going to let it destroy the park, and we're going to try to make it fit for everybody.
With our MOU that Mr. McCall and I need to get together on.
Just making a note to that.
Yeah.
So with that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Oh, yeah. I need to send a note to Daniel about our concrete on our bridge. He was doing what his daughter said the other day.
I was over. So I feel like I can't speak I know, no expectation.
We were gonna meet.
It's easy for us to get
He may be able to help us out with the fireplaces in the shelter house and the superintendent's house. Doctor.
I can tell